Sorry, that wouldn't have been a very nice entrance. It's been a fanny. Oh no, it's not been a fanny. It's actually gone live. Juddering to it. Right, okay, so yeah, we're live.
Oh, well, that's always good to know.
That you're live.
Yeah.
So this is a little gem of the. I'm in my hometown of Nairn. It's Rob Ellen with on IMTV. In my hometown of Nairn, this is a little gem of a place, and I would imagine that folks coming by, and there's a continuous stream of folks on the main road coming by here would look over and go, "I wonder who Marc Marnie is." So we're going to find out. Marc, photographer extraordinaire. Your links from Nairn go way back.
They do.
Yeah. You're from Nairn, are you?
No, absolutely not. Love Nairn, but absolutely not from
No.
and I'm not from Fort William, as has recently been suggested.
Is that right?
The article published recently. Nice.
Oh, yes. I did read that.
Yeah. A really, really nice piece, but still not from Fort William.
So you've come out of animosity.
I told you that was a good mulled wine, didn't I?
I know. I'm having a mulled wine with my pal. This is lovely.
It gives it the kick.
So you've put your head above the parapet, let's say. You've always been a kind of fitting and fixture on the music scene, and you and I have bumped into each other many times while you've been doing your trade. And your trade is this, right? Look at these. I want to go into some depth on some of your photographs.
I quite like
as well.
Trade is probably not the perfect word because I'm terribly bad at business.
Yeah.
And I don't like art either, but craft suits me quite
Craft's
well.
good.
I like craft.
Yeah.
Something wonderful about
Because you can sell craft.
Oh, well, we're back to trade then, aren't we?
Yeah. Which,
and as you'll see, I'm not terribly
basically, no, but this is what's happening now, and it's come out of a necessity because of that corner over there.
Oh, shall I get up and
Yeah.
what you're looking at?
Right, you do that. I'll come and meet you in a minute, but I'm going to take folks. Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm with Marc Marnie in his beautiful studio come office here in Nairn, surrounded by his magnificent photography and famous people. Damn, you've photographed Bill Hicks.
I didn't photograph Bill Hicks.
Is that not one of yours?
I wasn't allowed to. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't allowed. He was exhausted.
All right, okay. But you have, look at it's actually who you haven't photographed. It might be more interesting than.
Yeah, well, Bill Hicks is one I didn't photograph.
I know, and I went straight to him.
But I did meet him.
I never met Barry either.
No, I met Barry, but it wasn't appropriate.
Right, okay, let's talk about the archive. That's the main thing, isn't it, at the moment? Okay. Because we all had a shock when we heard that your basement got flooded and that some of this stuff might have been lost to posterity forever.
Lost a few, but not many. This is the archive, I guess.
Okay.
Up until about 2004, I was photographing on film.
Yeah.
The way photography should be.
Yeah.
Analog, I guess.
Yeah.
And each of these was 45 films of 36 shots each. Which builds up to quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's around about 120 in total.
And you had the presence of mind to keep them all. And the negatives as well.
Well, these are the negatives.
This is the negatives, right? So this is what's happening now. You want to get them from. Oh, look at this.
There's Tom Paxton here.
Who was this?
There's Tom Paxton.
Good shout. I've got an album out with Tom Paxton at the moment. A friend of mine that recorded, Dan Bolin, recorded a whole album of songs, of co-writes with Tom, and it's in the Euro Americana chart and everything at the moment. Well, look at that, isn't it?
I'd forgotten they were there.
So I'll let
And the one
Daniel
from
know.
John Kenny with his Carnix. That's some old stuff there.
Yeah.
You know about the Carnix they recreated?
No.
The Carnix horn.
Oh yeah. I saw something on internet the way that you do about all of that.
Showing your age. By calling
That's
it
the Bronze Age Pictish horn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it with Tom Paxton? Tell me.
because
It was the
you
same
put
day.
as many things onto film as you can, because film costs money and I didn't have any.
Okay.
And I used to rewind film a lot. You developed a technique of rewinding the film,
Yeah.
but you'd listen carefully, and as soon as you heard that sound, you knew you had to retail a film. I'd write on that how many frames had taken, reload the film.
Yeah.
Maybe weeks later, if it was an up-rated film, 1600 or something.
Yeah.
Find yourself in the right circumstances. So I had a camera bag full of these little films with bits of writing on them.
Excellent.
It was just an exercise.
So is that all Tom Paxton? No, there's loads in there.
No, that's just the Tom Paxton pictures.
Just went straight into
Some
Tom.
of his 18 shots
Right,
there.
right. Give us a random. Just open it randomly and see who else we've got there.
All right. Well, that looks like who have we got there? Oh gosh, I've forgotten her name. She used to do mouth music.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Gosh.
She's from Edinburgh. Tanara.
Oh man,
No, I know.
Seriously, I'm embarrassed to have forgotten
So
her name. I
am I.
don't like forgetting folks' names, but she was very good.
Yeah.
And she did this extremely good. This is Catherine Bressou, who I never heard of again or photographed again, but she had a very, very good French Cajun band.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously in amongst the, I guess it's big country or something.
Mark.
So these are, there's Kathy Mattea. There's some Edinburgh guys.
Is that when Kathy was here for with
Billy Kelly.
Aye, what do you mean, Billy?
Dick Gaughan, Dougie McLean, Kathy Mattea.
Dougie McLean and Kathy were close.
Lorena McKenna, Tom Paxton.
Done a lot of stuff.
Marcus Stockhausen's in here somewhere.
Excellent. Excellent.
Quite a range.
Yeah. So what's the idea then? You need to get this all digitally.
Well, I'm the only person that
preserved.
can open this up and say that's who that is.
Yeah.
And I'm beginning to lose that ability due to the incoming tide of age.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to try and protect these because there's a big history of Scottish music in here.
Yeah.
Homesick James. I didn't know it's about Homesick James. There we go. Honey Boy Edwards. Homesick James, Stephen Grappelli.
Nice.
But it's almost all folk that came to. I see these are a bit stuck together. I might have to do some work on this one. The water, yeah, you can see there's water damage.
Yeah.
I probably lose those negatives down at the bottom of this.
I see that.
That's not good. That's a bit. This is Byron Wallen, I think. Great jazz player. I think that's Byron Wallen.
So most of these, I mean, you're still collecting them now, of course.
John Scofield.
And living in there hasn't slowed you up very much, has it?
Homesick James.
Good.
Peter King up in the top there.
Yeah.
The great sax player. He's passed as well now. So many people have passed.
Yeah, and that's another reason you need to get all this stuff out. Right?
I've forgotten. I photographed Homesick James.
Good. I don't know Homesick James. This is all fading a little bit as well.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this is a great metaphor for my memory. The ink has faded. So I have to open them up and get the slide.
So what's the process? I mean, look at there's thousands of them. What's the process? How do you go about getting this onto digital?
It's about 1/3
Yeah.
You know, because there's a whole lot of colour stuff. Colour makes I forgot.
Okay.
Never paid much attention to the colour work. But it's been coming up, and as you saw with the cards, I mean, the Miles Davis's colour.
Yeah.
That's from, and I think the Ringo one is from film.
Yeah.
But the process is I take the negative across to this.
Yeah.
I wasn't really prepared for this. Pop the negative onto this.
Yeah.
This is the quickest way I found of doing it. Using a flatbed scanner,
yeah,
traditional method, maybe get 4 or 5 done in an hour. Using this, I can do about 60 or 70 in an hour.
Nice.
It's just the camera, great way of digitizing.
Yeah.
The macro lens.
Yeah.
On an automatic setting, the setting I've chosen, and the manual thing here.
Yeah.
Which shutter thing. It comes up on my computer.
Yeah.
Every image comes up on the computer, and then I process a batch process. So if I've got 18 shots of Tom Paxton, I'll scan the 18 batch process and put the metadata up. On there.
And you store them digitally from there.
Well, I haven't really got started particularly because I need money.
You need funding.
I need funding to do it. It's going to take me 2 years, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, I can't get anyone else to do it because
it's all in your own head. Yeah.
I'd forgotten half the name. As soon as you open it, I find that photographic memory is a great term for it. As soon as I see an old picture, the names come flooding back to me. That's great.
And the times as well. So it must be, from that point of view, it must be quite a enjoyable process. I mean, it's laborious. It's going to be laborious.
Well, it takes me back to every single frame I ever shot.
And every gig that I ever went to.
It's amazing. Even my brain.
It's,
the brain has incredible scope. And genuinely, I don't see a photo. I say I'd forgotten about photographing Homesick James, but as soon as I saw the pictures, I know.
You're right there. I saw that. Yeah.
So opens.
Okay, so it's you're at the start of the process. You're needing funding. I've noticed that you have a crowdfunder up there already. Yeah. And people are responding. I know that for a fact.
I had some just amazing people that have come out. And to support me. It's been very encouraging.
Okay, so where do people find the crowdfunder? Facebook's a good way of finding you, is it not?
Go to www.marnie.scott.
Yeah.
That's one way.
Yeah.
Facebook. You find me all over the internet.
And
I always use my own name. I never hide behind an alias.
And you have merch, haven't you?
Merch, man. I got a merch table.
You've got merch. Look at the merch table. It's
a long time ago, I decided that if you're a photographer or a critic or anything in the music business, you should be a player.
Yeah.
You should be a player. So I started playing drums.
You did? Yeah, of course you did.
Quite late in life, and it's been fabulous. I love it. But it's because as soon as I started wanting to photograph music, I wanted to do it more from the musician's side, more empathy rather than standing outside. So I started to play, and I always consider myself a bit of a musician, but now I am because I've got a merch table.
And you got a merch table.
You've arrived when you have
and
a merch
more than one band, so that's enough to know. I love the fact. I love what. And your work, you always.
You need to buy a jukebox.
I know.
There's some music you can play in your van.
It would look great in the van. Just wouldn't be able to play it
in the van, or you'd have to sleep outside. It'd be worth it.
I mean, look, you've got
70s, 78s, I should say.
You got BB King relaxed and beyond enjoying things, just in the moment.
That's the life, and I would say more an example of what I was trying to do is this of Nico.
Yeah.
There's not an awful lot of backstage stuff here, but backstage is my favourite thing to have done. It's the thing that means most to me. I know you were talking about the different bits of the calendar.
Right, let's go through the calendar. Calendar is available now. I'm in to get my copy of it. There's Marnie's calendar, 2024.
That's by Tapas Date.
Ray Charles, how was Ray Charles? Let me ask you.
He was absolutely astonishing.
Yeah,
he was just. There are gigs that, however, blasé. I'm never blasé, but however accepting you are, that we're all just guys. Everyone's just there working. Yeah. But sometimes a Miles Davis or a Ray Charles, you see them, you go, I'm actually seeing this legend.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry very quickly dispelled the notion of being godlike, mind you.
Talking of godlike, it's Jake Thackeray.
funny thing, like a bit like Ron Sexsmith. Actually, I remember going to see Ron Sexsmith.
Another genius.
Oh, amazing! And these are guys that you think, well, they're underground, sort of. You know them, but they're yours. I went out to see Ron Sexsmith. Went to see Jake Thackeray. These gigs, and the whole Edinburgh community of music lovers is there, and you all look at each other, going, you too, of course. So Jake was fabulous. Didn't want to be photographed backstage. He was very friendly. Couldn't have been nicer. But every time I said, just as you are, no, don't want to backstage.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's Buddy.
They were not talking to each other really, but then really fell out those two. But they were astonishing.
Well, they don't look that way there.
No. Junior had drunk so much.
Really?
Booze that day. Yeah. Queen's Hall.
Was it? There's James Brown.
See, that's another of those ones.
I know.
You can't be blasé when James Brown comes on stage.
No. Where did you capture James?
That was Aberdeen. Lucky to have picked one of the gigs that he actually fulfilled.
Oh no! You've broken my heart. I've never got to meet. That's Jenny Lou, and that's the Daniel Lanois period as well.
I believe people went to that gig, bought tickets in order to walk out because it was electric,
Maybe not for me.
Traditional countries.
She hasn't done anything wrong in my book.
No, she can't do wrong.
No.
And there was a delay before she could come out after the show. She sang beautifully. It was
what she does. She hits something in my soul. That voice.
It's astonishing. Yeah. Well, that voice, as clear, as winsome as it is, perfect. The reason that she was delayed coming out to do the backstage picture, I was in with her, and then she came and she had a terrible cold. And you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. She was in poor shape, but she sang. She was amazing. And
Danny there's that Nico one as well.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's
a candid photo of that one.
Well, yeah. I shot that one from low down. I didn't. Every time I lifted the camera, she sucked her cheeks in to try and be the. It's kind of sad, but she was amazing though. Yeah, uncompromising.
Right, so.
I love Kevin Ayres.
So do I.
Yeah. A lot of people don't remember or know that he was special.
Is Kevin still with us?
No, still dead.
Still dead.
Yeah.
Well, bless your heart, Kevin Ayres.
Oh, he was great. It was in Aberdeen at City Halls, I think it was. And backstage, he could not have been nicer. The young band with him, he was just very, very good. And he had a bottle of brushed aluminium container of vodka called Dansk, I think it was called, which I was really fond of at the time as well. I've not seen it for years. And I went, my eyes lit up. So we shared the container of vodka, and that was one of the
lovely. Well, I have to thank you for my mulled wine.
Oh, enjoy the mulled wine, yes.
Where are we off to now?
We're in Burnley Blues Festival. I can't remember the date of that one, but that's Dr. Isaiah Ross.
Well, I don't know this character. Who's this now?
Not many people know him, but again, it was in the Susie McCauley did this lovely article all about me, which is very gratifying. She's very kind, and she was intrigued by him. I did mention that when I was in high school in Nairn, one of our teachers, Dave Cook, who's still about, I still see Dave, he's a great fellow, really loves his music, and he encouraged, this obsession.
So you had a little bit of a mentor at there.
Well, Dave certainly.
I've heard his name mentioned in some dispatches.
Well, he wasn't my teacher. I think he may have been the form teacher briefly, but I don't really remember much about school. I blanked it.
I think
he blanked me. But no, Dave encouraged this appreciation for music, and he played me early Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
Where you can hear the sound of air between the voice and the microphone. Just amazing. Mike, what's his name? The producer of the Fleetwood Mac stuff. Mike.
Oh no, you got me in that.
Mike Vernon.
Mike Vernon, of course.
The Blue Note stuff. Not Blue Note. Blue Horizon.
Yeah. Right? And they played in the Ballerina, which is just about next door to the here as well. way back.
Amazing.
Did you catch any of those gigs back in the day?
I used to, the ballerinas the first time I used to sneak out and hear bands, but they weren't the famous bands. You know.
I got to see Status Quo there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was the first ever gig I got to.
That's not a bad start.
That's a good start. I blame them for everything.
Okay.
They get the blame. Changed my young life immeasurably.
How ironic. A name like Status Quo.
I do think about that.
Yeah. No, I seem to remember a band called Mandingo from Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah. They were a reggae band, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know. I think they were. No, I think it was Mandingo. But I remember seeing them. I think they were some of the classics, like Little Feet kind of stuff, maybe more. But dim distant.
Okay,
75.
So we're with the wonderful Marc Marnie in his studio, looking at some of his drawings.
Drawings?
Paint now.
Drawings, paintings, and for people that don't know about cameras.
Photos. All these cards and everything. We're going to talk about how to get hold of this stuff, and you really should. I'm going to pick up a few of them. How far did we get?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're more welcome than ever.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so who's this?
Loudon.
Oh, there's Loudon.
That was Smells Like Teen Spirit on Nevermind, remastered by Nirvana.
That's my personal assistant, you hear?
Alexa.
Don't say it again.
Oh, yeah. Elvin Jones. So we're getting into the drumming side of things now.
Unbelievable. I've always paid attention to drummers.
Yeah.
I've always loved drums, and I always made a point of trying to get a photograph of the drummer
because
so often they're out of the light.
That's right. Their heads are obscured by a symbol. Hiya.
Hello.
Okay, so who was Elvin?
Elvin was drummer, powerhouse drummer with John Coltrane's finest band, with McCoy Tyner as well. He was astonishing, just incredibly powerful drummer. Carla Bley, Steve Swallow. Carla left us recently, actually, this year. And
we're in jazz country here.
Oh, very much. Yeah. Jazz is my go-to music.
Yeah.
What's playing? Something's come on.
That's fine.
Jacques Lussier. Nice. Well done.
No, that's a beautiful photo. It really is.
I just thought we were getting a bit fast show there.
Look at that.
Thank you. Well, what I like about this one is there's actually 3 or 4. Give me 1 second. Alexa, stop. I just love the power of that. I never tell people what to do. Thank you. Do you do that? Do you talk to them? I've said it.
That's it.
You say, thank you.
I do feel genuinely grateful for that ability. It means that I don't have to get out of my seat.
Well, this was, where was it? Theatre Royal or something. I think it's Theatre Royal in Glasgow. But we were all around the other side of Jack. It was a photo call. And I just sneaked around the back to the probable annoyance of all the other photographers for a minute or two. But I think they're all used to me because they're mostly press. And I just got the rim lit one. So actually, just from
now, would these be commissions?
Very, very, very seldom was I commissioned. Probably with good reason.
Not very reliable. I mean, that's Jim Pitney. Would you have?
That was a commission, funnily enough.
Oh, was it?
Probably hit the only one there was.
And would you have sold them on to different places after that?
Yeah, I would send pictures to photo libraries, the great Redfern's, David Redfern's library. They carried them for a long time, and then Getty. And then Getty bought out Redfern's, so a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
But you weren't getting in the Scotsman, and you weren't.
Oh, I took stuff up to the Scotsman on spec. So I'd go home from the Queen's Hall.
It's kind of close. You could just walk down there. That's right.
It's a fair walk.
Yeah.
It's not the length of the road; it's the breadth of the road. And you finish the night because I'd be in the Queen's the sound check.
Yeah.
And then it's
a long day.
Next door for a few pints, whatever. Talk to the musos. In the green room. Go to the bar. A long and fruitful day. Yeah. And then photograph the
Preservation Hall's up that way as well, of course.
Yeah, Preservation Hall was great. It was a different rhythm to the Presi Hall. That was Saturday nights and Blues and Trouble and Time White.
I spotted Blues and Trouble over here, so I'll come in and see them.
That's an interesting one, actually, maybe, I'm assuming. But that was for one of their albums, and that was commissioned.
Yeah.
Because they're my pals, my family, really.
Aye.
And they said, we wanted to look like Chicago. And genuinely, they're going to love this. We want them not to look as old as they are. And we wanted to look like Edinburgh. So we went down, that's the lights from the van. A van is what's lighting them. I put a small flash into the middle of the shot, which is where the guy in the sky is. Yeah. And sort of,
Oh, so that's not photoshopped or anything.
No, that's
you got that.
Oh,
good. Excellent.
Johnny Bruce in the middle of his dobro. Goodness.
Amazing shot. Well, fabulous stuff. Fabulous. So we've got a lot of them. How many have you got in postcards?
Well, the 4 colour cards. These are much older, from 1988.
Yeah.
When a friend of mine very kindly got these printed up. He licensed them from me.
He did.
So there's a few Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
But a lot of more obscure jazzers, I suppose.
Cool.
Else, buddy guy. And then these were more recent.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it was more Neil who has also been so supportive. Maureen's been fabulous. And she's been kind of an agent for me, encouraging me to try and be more businesslike. Very patient. Oh, Ringo.
I should know who that is.
That's Ringo Starr, mate. Everybody should know who he is. He's the greatest of all drummers.
Now, is that true? Because John Lennon said, no, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
That's apocryphal.
Is that apocryphal?
Never happened. But it's a fun joke. No, Ringo's a tremendous drummer. You listen to what he does. He created beats, sounds.
Nah, I had that explained to me, and it was my brother that explained it to me. So I never argued with him. He loved Ringo. He's a 60s man as well, 60s drummer as well. But he said he got that kind of offbeat thing from being a left-handed human being, but never having a left-handed kit.
That's right.
So he would lead and finish on different beats to everybody else. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. Well done, Mark.
Yeah.
And if you can hear that sometimes. It's like
he's
just a bit quirky.
He breaks to the left instead of the right, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah. Ringo, we could talk about drums. We could talk about music. We could talk about people that we both know in music. And let's do that most of the weekend, but most of today anyway. But before we let people go, and thanks for joining us on this. So we still have an audience. What we do, this is what's going to save the archive, or this is part of the strategy.
I'm trying to get people to donate, but I hate taking money from friends, so I give away an awful lot.
I know how that feels.
So what I want, ideally, is to find the Arts Council, Creative Scotland, Heritage Scotland, and anyone with a spare millionaire to share.
A millionaire that cares.
Because
all the artists in the world, and I know you don't like being called an artist, but all the artists in history have always had a patron.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah. Have you got a Patreon site?
No.
No? Well, I'll talk to you about that. That might be a way ahead for you as well. That means if you've got a Patreon site, it means that those folks that donate, and I know that people are donating, that there will be some amongst them that will have a $5 a month that they could throw in.
Oh, I see.
And that just helps with the bills, because the bills have to be paid, Matt. Yeah. So we're going to keep in touch. We'll pop it back in here and there. We'll meet each other in the. I love taking photos of Mark. I think I might do next year's medicine show calendar. Might be all Marc Marnie taking photos of other people. I've got a little stock of that. So you're enjoying life in Nairn?
Yes. Oh no, I'm very glad I came up here. It's been 6 years now I've been up here, and it's nice. People are the friendliest, and the beaches are great.
Yeah.
And I've got my dad living up here with me now, so we just live along the road, and that's nice. We get out for walks.
Yeah, I see you out walking most days as well. So well done. And Marnie is MARNIE.Scott. So that's where to find Mark. And are all these laid out on the website so people can buy them as well?
I think so, yeah.
Well, the last time I looked.
I'm a bit vague.
But
I think
have you got any calendars left? It's a million seller.
Would you like a box or 2 boxes? I have plenty.
2 for 25. God,
look at that.
You're giving them away. Hey. Pop in and see Mark. Saturdays you're going to be open on Saturdays.
So until Christmas. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So if you're in there, and make a point of coming through for the beach, of course, but do make a point of coming seeing Mark and sitting here and just
talk about music.
Enjoying being surrounded by the history of music, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
Thanks for having me. Marc Marnie. What a joy. Little treasure that he is. And come most Sunday afternoons as well, we'll sit and we'll have a pint and we'll enjoy the music along at the bandstand.
Particularly Sunday evenings.
Sunday evenings. Mostly the
jam session with the bandstands.
Yeah.
And then next year we'll be getting out with CCM. Again. That'll be good.
And we should talk about next Saturday because you've got something very special happening here next Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday, there's a bit of confusion in my head.
No, it's next.
Is it really? 16th, 17th, 16th, 15th?
Well, it might be a week Saturday. Yeah, okay.
A couple of pals are hopefully maybe going to come in and do a wee acoustic set, but you'll find out about that.
Yeah. And that's Wild Lau, Watt, and Isaac Sutherland from.
I don't over promote this because the office is.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm
just coming out of the goodness of their hearts.
Yeah. So have a look in if you are.
What they are doing.
Definitely, what they are doing on the Friday night is playing at, and I can't remember the
1640. The
1640. Yeah. At Old Down, which they're playing with the full band as well. Have you seen them?
Oh, what, Pale Moon?
Aye, the full band. Unbelievable. Yeah.
I think I saw the first gig, I think it was out at the place in Inverness, the barn.
Oh, yeah. It was. Yeah. Bog Bane.
Bog Bane, that's it. Yeah. Incredible.
And stunning. So they're playing. I'll pop a event page link up on the website as well. Thank you. That's the biggest audience we've had recently. That's watching. They're both very. They're both been thanked. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, guys. That's us. We'll catch you next. I don't know what is next. There will be something. The Christmas album's out. I should plug my own stuff as well. Go and have a look at the Christmas album. Thank you, guys. We're out. Bye. Just trying to get the stream to stop now after all that. There it goes. Already.
So how many people did you have?
They got into double figures, and folks stayed there the whole time. But what happens now is because that gets not every, it doesn't pick up from every outlet it goes out to. It goes out to 23. It doesn't pick up from all of them, but that will be there and get viewed afterwards. So I mean, I looked at one the other day and it was up to about 21,000.
Gosh, that's very good. What was that one?
That was a little band from Denmark who must have a thing going on in Denmark. I think it might have gone viral across Denmark, and I can't remember their name.
I can't remember. Did Mandy come back or did she go out? God, man, I'm going to have to go and make my dad's soup. Where's she gone? She's supposed to be here so I can get away.
So the very next thing that came up on Facebook. Just one of those people you didn't think would die.
Yeah.
It's just going to be there the whole time.
Yeah. It's just wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.